Good afternoon, everyone. This is Alex Case, Dade County Emergency Services. Will be starting here shortly. Somebody give us a thumbs up to see if y'all have our audio. We appreciate it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Beautiful day out there today, and hope everyone's staying at home and enjoying it. Weather looks really great through this evening, but of course tomorrow we've got a lot of changes coming in with our weather, and Alex will be talking about that shortly. So be sure, please listen to what he's got to say, not only about our epidemic, but also about the weather tomorrow. Yesterday I mentioned that I was kind of aggravated, I guess you'd call it, but about the actual protocol as far as reporting to us the positive cases, and I think that I feel much better about it today. So Senator Mullis and the governor this morning, he has contacted the governor's office, and we've actually by Monday they assured us that they will handle that. Not just in Dade County, but they're going to change, from what I understand, they're working on changing the whole protocol. So hopefully we can give you a little more in depth next week as far as reporting the actual cases that are positive in our county. Now we report, what we have today is what we have. I mean, that's what is given us officially, and that's what we can report. And so, but we'll see how that goes Monday, and we just it is what it is, and we just want to be straight up and want them to be straight up with us exactly what's going on. And of course, Cloudland Canyon, that's still a big topic. I've had fixing to go there when I leave here. We've got issues out there today, traffic backed up on State Highway both ways, and they've got a DNR, it's got a helicopter out there, trying to, I guess, observe or whatever. The state troopers, I feel, will come out and disperse some of that traffic, because evidently the park is filled to 150 capacity, and so when that happens, people are waiting in line to get in one car at a time as one comes out. That I've already I've sent some pictures that I have, and it's been sent to me to the governor's office, and also to Mark Williams. I've got his number here, so they are aware of this, and we'll, like the governor wanted a week or so to actually just observe, and I think this, and I also talked to Habersham County. They had called me this morning, and their state park's the same way up there. It's up in the north east Georgia, so we'll be addressing that come Monday. But also, let's see, I had a call today. I had actually 3 calls today about people that are outside burning, and the way that is, if you don't know this, as long as you've got a permit from the Georgia Forestry, they do allow outside burning. But it doesn't hurt to call, report it, because some people do not have permits, and that's where they get in problems. So they're not in violation of the law. They're probably home. The ones that I think have been looked at, they're at home and they're maintaining their distance, but they're doing yard cleaning and burning. Had a call, a couple of calls about the unemployment benefits for self-employed people that are getting like 1099s and all, as far as any kind of aid that's coming down the pipe for them. And the actual, from what we found, not just Georgia but the other states are working on this. We feel pretty positive that's going to happen, but they've got to actually come up with a way to actually get it into the system where it can happen. So Carey, as we find more out about this, he'll be posting that for the people that are self-employed, small contractors, people that come in, and so that there is a number here. It's 144-232-3180. That's 1-404-232-3180, and that's a number you can call to actually file by phone. That's anyone, and you can call that number and get maybe get some answers here for this. But right now, as of yesterday, or Thursday, there's not anything really that's really on paper that's hard about this. So anyway, if you want to, here's a 1-800 number also. This is pertaining to the parks and DNR. This is actually to report people that's non-compliance. If you see anything going on, we got an issue over in the park right now where someone took a spray can and spray painted a lot of graffiti on some of the rocks, some of the moss over in the park. It really looks terrible. But that number is 1-800-241-4113. It's 1-800-241-4113. So if you see any of that, please, that is a direct hotline, and it is answered, and it's maintained 24/7. The COVID-19 hotline also is 844-442-2681, and that's just a number. And of course, all these are posted. She has them posted on our website. I want to thank the Integer people. Got a call from them yesterday, at our local plant here in Trenton, and this coming week they don't really have them on hand yet, but they're going to donate approximately 2,000 face masks to us for our medical people in our area here. So that's really going to be a big help. Also, they've actually, from what I understand, converted one of their plants throughout the United States. I'm not sure where that's at, what part of the country, but they're into making these masks, and so we're going to wind up with about 2,000 of them. And that's really going to help. Let me see here. I'll go ahead with my report as far as our numbers stand. Today in Georgia, there's 12,159 confirmed cases. That's up from 11,483. Dade County, we still have 2. We're still staying the same. That's a good thing. Walker County also, they've kind of leveled off in the last 24 hours. They're the same. Catoosa County, they went up 1. Chattooga County went up 1. Whitfield County, they leveled. They're staying the same. Floyd County, which is Rome, they went from 99 to 105. Gordon County, they went up 1. That's 28 to 29. And Bartow County went from 207 to 209. There's still 1,397 in unknown counties, and these could be anywhere in the state of Georgia. I mean, and that's the ones we really, we want answers, as far as in Dade County, because we don't understand really why that they would, why these are so hard. I can understand if they were homeless people. Or maybe unidentified people, but that's a lot of people. That's a lot of cases that is confirmed, and then, like I said, it could be in any county. So far in Georgia, we've had 428 deaths. That's up from 416 yesterday at this time. Moving to Tennessee, Hamilton County, they went up from 98 to 102. Marion County, which borders us, also they stayed the same. Grundy County, they went from 17 to 19. Sequatchie County, they still have one, the same. Midge County staying the same. And Bradley County went from 28 to 31. They still have 98 deaths in the city, in the state of Tennessee. Our local bordering Alabama counties, Jackson County, they stayed the same at 22. That's confirmed cases. DeKalb County went from 17 to 18. They're also a bordering county. So far, they have 89 deaths reported in the state. That's up from 79 yesterday at this time. So just keep doing what you're doing. I know this is a special weekend with Good Friday yesterday, and of course tomorrow's Easter. And I just hope you find a way to enjoy that and actually try to do the distance, 6 foot distance in groups of 10. And I know it's really hard, and different churches, I've had several different churches, call about doing, video or similar to having the cars like a drive-in almost. You have the cars out there tuning into a radio station, and to me, I don't see a thing wrong with that. I mean, if that's what they feel, as long as they stay to themselves and they do not congregate. And there's others that's just got other things, but I don't know of anyone in the county that's planning on having a service, an in-house service. The weather is going to actually be a factor tomorrow. As I said, Alice is going to talk about that. So you might want to enjoy this evening and the rest of the day because tomorrow it's going to be kind of tricky as far as what you can do and can't do outside. I appreciate everyone. Alex, you want to come up and give your report?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex Case, Dade County Emergency Service Director and Mayor of City of Trenton. Again, thank you again for all the community of what you're doing and continuing to stay safe distancing and staying at home during our outbreak here. The biggest thing is I issued yesterday, and we just got off a weather briefing with the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City. Also watched a couple of the local morning forecasters. One of them is Patrick Core with his Tri-State Weather Network. It was also shared on Dade County Emergency Management page a little while ago, and he will be making some updates as well through that with our local forecasters. As it's warmed up today, we're getting a lot of heat back into the surface in the area here. Storms will be coming into the area of Dade County in the mornings with some overcast skies. If we break into the sunning that we see right now, mid-morning up through lunch and before the afternoon gets here, would increase the significance of the storms as they come in. It looks like the storms are coming in the afternoons, evenings, and up to even midnight. But tornadoes and severe wind is going to be the threat Sunday into Monday for us. Most of the storms are going to outbreak through the southeast, including all of north and central Georgia. It's going persisting through Sunday night and into Monday morning. Main impacts are going to be damaging winds. Could be trees down with power lines, and always and ever with severe thunderstorms and damaging winds. Tornadoes could be strong, long track possibilities. Hail and heavy rain, still 2.5 to possibly 3 inches of rain could be coming in during this time, so the flash flooding is going to be a big issue. We will, I believe most of the southeast area is going to be under some tornado watches and or severe thunderstorm watches Sunday afternoon into Monday morning. We will be sharing the weather forecast briefing with a YouTube link here shortly. We are in a enhanced risk for Sunday, which means we're at a level 3 for northwest Georgia, where some areas are still at a level 2. The moderate risk, which is even higher, is bordering us on in central Georgia. We have a 30% probability of extreme severe winds. Any of these winds can be from 30 to 40 plus miles an hour based on the storm front as it moves in. Tornadoes risk for Sunday, and this could likely change as the forecast is moved throughout the day. Again, they're looking at a large area for the southeast and North Georgia. Again, it's always the potential, but they've got us in a 10% chance of tornadoes within the central and northwest Georgia area. Again, we're going to be watching what Patrick and Paul and all the local folks in Chattanooga is working with on us. Probably some 15% chance of some large hail in our area. A lot of that main's going to be to our west over in mid-Alabama and Mississippi. Monday's outlook, it should be past us, further into below metro Atlanta. But a lot of the events that we're seeing with the storms, sometime early Sunday morning, there'll be a band of showers coming through northeast Alabama and northwest Georgia. Timing is just sometime in the morning. They haven't nailed that down yet as well. Sunday afternoon, we will see some types of storms, light storms, probably raining at that time. So from Sunday morning into the afternoon, that's what we're talking about, is how much, if we see sun like we're seeing right now, the energy is going to build for us, and we hope that it stays overcast and cool. We have prepped a little bit with emails just before I walked in here after this briefing, the weather briefing from the Weather Service. We've contacted by email to all the fire chiefs, the lieutenants, the sheriff, and them, and we're starting to prepare in case we start having damage to be able to handle this. We are going to be opening up some of our shelters throughout the area. Again, these are some of our public buildings and our school buildings. We currently are still in the building process with RFPs for our shelters we received on grants. But as of right now, our Dade County Administration building will be open downstairs by the health and DFACs, and we're going to have to limit the number of people allowed based on the social distancing. We got some guidelines through CDC for shelters. We're going to also open up the Justice building with the benches and the seats we have there. We'll have designated areas, and our Dade County school system is going to work with us, and we're going to be using the elementary school. We have a lot of long hallways between 4th and 5th grade, the main hallways in kindergarten. We're going to look at some designated areas, working with Dr. Harris, Mr. Engel, and Principal Tracy to help us with that, and we're going to do that. So we'll be putting those lists out where the entrance points will be soon. We just have finished some of this up. We will be contacting some of our other community churches that has helped us in the past, and as long as we can have some good social distancing and set in there, if these threats seem to get closer and you feel like you need to go to a shelter. For right now, these two buildings here, our Justice building, the Dade County Sheriff's Office across the parking lot, this building in the basement, and our at Dade Elementary School right beside us, and we'll have designated spots where that will be. Please watch our website. Myself and Carey will be keeping this stuff updated. We're fixing to post a link from the YouTube that we just seen from this weather briefing. They are saying this is going to be a significant event, probably not as significant as what we've seen in 2011, but we treat a lot of these things together of any damage of the storms. If you have not signed up for our weather notification, it's on our website at dadecounty-ga.gov, trentonga.gov, and it's called Reach Dade County with HyperReach. It's a free self login. There's also an app for your phone. If you go to HyperReach and you put in your information based on your zip code, any of the 5 zip code, your physical address and zip code with Dade County, you'll be also activated as well. Again, I just stress that you pay attention to the weather. We'll have the local news here in about 3 hours. Any other updates that we receive from the National Weather Service, because the storms are probably coming into some of the area in the mornings. Most of the remaining briefings will come to us by email. So we're going to be prepping the rest of the afternoon, making sure all the volunteer fire chiefs are updated, and prepping with the volunteers, the Sheriff's Office, the Police Department, City and County Public Works, and we'll be there to do it. So, remember as well, if you, in your homes, the center parts of your house, the basements of your homes. If you do have areas and see that and feel that you need, it's still a good, safe part of the room. I think we attached some copies in our on our website or Facebook, and we'll be doing that as well. But just prepare, look ahead, watch the updates, watch your local news. Again, if you have any questions, info@dadecounty-ga.gov. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock or sooner if we have to. If we get any more news that needs to be that we need to put out to you, we'll for sure be back. Pay attention to what Alex has just said, and I'm sure he'll give you another update tomorrow around 3. And I appreciate everyone working with us. And we'll share. Carey, you got any questions?
I have something to say about masks.
Okay. All right.
So we've had several people ask us about masks. We have those that information on our website. We'll share those numbers again in this thread, but if you need to write this down, go ahead and grab a pen or a pencil. I'm going to give you a couple of numbers. So the Little Rag Quilt makes masks. They have filtered masks, and their telephone number is 256-601-4421. JB's right here in Trenton also makes masks. Their telephone number is 706-657-2874. We want to say a special thank you to the Little Rag Quilt and Sharon Finley with the Salvation Army for providing some masks for us, for our employees, and to Tara and Keith Buckner. I'm going to give you their number also for making these ear savers. So these hook on to the back of your mask like this to keep your ears from hurting. So I'll put their number out there too if you want to reach Tara and Keith for those ear savers. Their telephone number is 423-290-2407. As Alex said, we will be keeping you up to date with what's happening with the weather and where those shelters are. On our webpage, you can go to the section. If you scroll down on the main page, there's a section sort of in the middle called News Flash, and we'll put the HyperReach link there and a list of those shelters that will be open as we determine what those will be. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And if you have any questions, make sure to send those to us at info@dadecounty-ga.gov.